According to a new report by the New York Times earlier this week, career prosecutors in the U.S. Department of Justice are now terrified of taking any cases that might upset Donald Trump or that may involve friends or associates of Donald Trump. And this happened. The New York Times actually spoke to prosecutors at the DOJ who are now saying this as a result of Trump telling William Barr to go out there and fix the sentencing recommendation for Roger Stone. Because of William Barr coming out and recommending this reduction in the sentence request, all four of the prosecutors who worked on that case ended up resigning. And now, other prosecutors who do have a lot of cases to handle and prosecute against Donald Trump's friends, they're now telling the New York Times, we don't know if we're going to do it. We're terrified of it. In essence, Donald Trump has terrified the U.S. Department of Justice into submission. It's over, folks. He won. That U.S. Department of Justice no longer works for American citizens. They no longer work for the federal government. They work for Donald Trump. These are his personal lawyers. And it's because these prosecutors are afraid of losing their job. They're afraid of being retaliated against. Hell, they're probably afraid of getting an angry tweet from Donald Trump. And this is no way to live. Donald Trump has effectively finished his metamorphosis into a fascist dictator. That's what's happened here in the United States today. There is no other way to say it. There is no other way to spin it. But when Donald Trump controls the justice system itself, not just the executive branch, we're all kind of screwed. We need these career prosecutors to go out there and actually do their job, and now they're too afraid to do it. There are plenty of people who have been connected to Trump, tied to Trump through the Mueller investigation, through the impeachment hearings, that broke the law. And we know they broke the law. And they have been charged with breaking the law. But now we may not have any prosecutors left willing to take those cases, and the prosecutors who do may end up essentially throwing the case so as not to convict one of Donald Trump's buddies. That's not how justice in the United States is supposed to work. It doesn't matter who you're friends with. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. Everybody should be subjected to the same form of justice in this country, and that's simply not what's happening. And Trump has come along and made it so much worse. These are the kinds of things that I don't know if we recover from. Donald Trump and his administration didn't necessarily come in and replace all of the prosecutors at the DOJ. These are people that go to law school, maybe they go to private practice first, maybe they become public defenders, but then eventually go to the DOJ. They're not appointed, they just get jobs there. And when all the good people are gone, when all of these people who say, I don't see left or right, I don't see color, I just see crime or no crime and I prosecute. Once Donald Trump has driven them out, then his DOJ will be in charge of hiring new people. And you're going to get Trump loyalists, you're going to get pro-corporate prosecutors, you're going to get bigoted prosecutors, and we're going to see a dramatic turn in the kinds of cases that this DOJ prosecutes. They're not going to go after corporations, they're not going to go after extremist groups. They're going to go after average, everyday people with whatever they have. Because that is what Donald Trump wants them to do. Don't take the big cases. Don't prosecute the actual criminals, the white-collar criminals. There's plenty of other scumbags throughout this country that you guys should be throwing in prison. And that is exactly what they're going to start doing if Donald Trump gets his way. Hey everyone, you know what this is. It's the end screen, where I'm supposed to beg you to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content from Ring of Fire. But what I really want to do is ask you to consider becoming a member for more exclusive content and perks, including early access videos and exclusive videos. Check out the link in the description or go to youtube.com/theringoffire/membership.